think there's something as purely AI. I've been in music production. I was representing 50 Cent.
We also believe hybrid content creation.
For me to bring that concept to life, I would never, ever be able to do it without AI. Worth talking about today is, I don't think there's something as purely AI, but how do you manage the blend?
So hi, I'm Saurabh. I head IHS here and I look after the operations in Finite Horizon Studios, and we get a lot of tech and live footage and create magic with it. We also believe in hybrid content creation, where we know that AI completely cannot create content by itself. You need human intervention all the time. So if AI cannot create content without humans, you need to have a perfect blend of technology and storytelling. Blend seamlessly where Finite Horizon comes into picture. We are here to create beautiful stories, beautiful music videos, and we are so happy to collaborate with you, Amrita.
I've been in music production where I was representing 50 Cent, Christina Aguilera, a lot of designers like her in the United States, right? So I've been involved in a lot of traditional content making process. In the past, what you would have done is you would have gotten two people together with me singing the mic, with my artwork in the background, and I can tell you all the budget would be spent on capturing 30 to 45 seconds of that video. So how did you go about that process of storyboarding?
With our client base in India is we share the concept first. Once the concept is approved, then we go to the mood board. Then once the mood board is approved, then we move further ahead with the storyboarding. Because you need to have character, location, objects if there are any to be in place first. And then you can weave them or integrate them into your storyboard. It was like a prestige project because this was the first time we were working with an international client. Of course, Om sir have worked with you in the past, but it was our first time. And we took that as a prestige project and we wanted to create and give you the best.
India has created this beautiful character in Nagin, which talks about the human shadow. So you have your proper self that we are using now to talk to each other, to present the best version of ourselves. May I remind you, you introduced the snake, you introduced the beautiful, sexy girl, you introduced the nice girl, and you introduced the guy. So there's already 4 people there. And then in the background, you have the higher self, the 2 people who are the statue. This is the higher self. I can tell you, for me to bring that concept to life, I would never, ever be able to do it without AI. Let's talk now about your process, right? Is you guys have prompt engineers, you have visual artists. What do you think you're doing differently than other studios, and how are you using tech harnesses, increase your workflow and refine your workflow?
We try to analyze how AI is behaving, and we try and optimize our prompts. So every project we work on is like a training for us also and for the model also. We use traditional filmmaking techniques as well, but with the help of tech.
Do you think people are accepting now that this is AI?
One of our songs has crossed 3.5 million views. To answer your question, I think people are accepting AI.
What's your prediction on what's going to be happening in your world 5 years from now?
People would be creating their own content by themselves, and they would be part of their own stories.
What needs to happen from a compute standpoint that either makes you hopeful or scared?
I am hopeful that all this computing power will also be used in some important things like healthcare, saving nature. People should use it for good purpose. Like entertainment is one of them.
What can we do as storytellers to make sure that people are in fact cognizant and using this to the way where it's not wasteful?
So you basically pick and choose stories based on the impact it might create on the communities. So along with what you're doing for entertainment, I think you should also create stories that will impact the community, the society. That would be the greatest use of AI, is what I feel.
What would you say to young filmmakers there, both in America, in Europe, and in India, who want to write, who want to direct, but find the traditional studio systems very tough to enter? What would you tell them now?
Do not leave traditional filmmaking completely. You should always have traditional filmmaking as the core of creating content. So from writing cannot be AI driven. Writing has to be done with our own brains and mind. And just getting your vision out, I think AI should be used as a tool and not the end-to-end medium to create content.
Do you worry about a future where a novice who hasn't put in the time, who hasn't done the hard work, just presses a button and there comes a great movie? Do you ever worry about that?
Not at all. I don't think AI is going to replace humans anytime soon. Even though people are saying that it has gained conscience, it has done this, done that, but we have created AI.
Yes.
It is not going to replace